He's trying to open up. He wants batters to open up the offside. He's happy with that. And that's probably the best way to play him. Try to look to go him offside, and if not, pull him leg side.
Yeah, not easy when it's skidding on. I understand the option if they can get away with a tight over. Even if this happened to go for a 4, it'd still be a pretty decent start.
Pulled leg side and into the gap. He's a powerful left-hander. Zazai can get a boundary to finish the first over. The Bangla Tigers 6 without loss.
Legs down. Yeah, legs down, mate. Stanley, roll him over, mate.
This last ball just dragged it down a little bit. Just stays a little bit deeper. Good from Hatrazilla Zazai. Captain now, who won the toss a little bit earlier, decided to have a bowl first, so he's gone double spin straight away. Ryan Mustafa. That's not the best of starts. He gets away with it, though.
Well, he'll bowl quick. You look to shut the batters down, make one side of the ground available only. But interesting enough, what we saw in game 1 early on with the ball, just nipping around a touch, a bit of swing as well. Raman Race, remember, getting the ball to swing a little bit. We haven't started with any seam up at all.
Which I don't mind, just to change it up. Just expect if the ball does swing, it's going to do it right now. A bit of dusk period. Nice. Similar to Imad Wasim, he's just bowling quick little swingers. So a bit of pressure building on Hatrazilla here. Must be a single. Oh, misfield. Should have been a single.
Oh, it's Sharafuddin Ashraf with that little fumble in the deep. Just so casual. Look, eyes aren't on the ball, just really casual. Got to be better than that.
And normally when it happens, either a drop catch or a misfield. He shouldn't have been on strike. It's a good shot, powerful shot for the first maximum.
Does not miss by much here, Mustafa. But the forearm power of Zazai, ability to just short arm jab that straight down the ground.
Last ball of the power play then. Oh, misfield again. Don't see that very often from Faf du Plessis. And a couple to finish, an expensive over in the end. 11 from it, 17 without loss.
The Bar Mobile are always trying to save you money. So rather than a fancy ad, we got me to read out just a few of the 30,000 five-star customer reviews. Excellent service as always. Cheers, Aaron. And this one from Craig S. Very, very good mobile network. Cheers, man. But what about the one-star reviews? Pericles says about the bar, everything is fine until you leave. Well, there's a quick solution to that, Pericles, and that's maybe don't leave. Either way, wishing you all the best. Nabara, smarter.
No Jordan Cox, part of the Bangla Tigers last year, who was real reason why they did well with 265 runs. He's part of the England Test squad, who are currently in New Zealand getting ready for that Test series. Hotak with his variety. He bowled beautifully in Zimbabwe in the T10. A lot of the batters couldn't pick him. They shouldn't have got two there. Got David Warner with an absolute beauty in Harare.
It's just lazy fielding again. It got to the ball okay, but it just need to be quicker. Get to the ball, get that throw in.
Well, it's a part of the game where, for me, it's a non-negotiable. As a side, got to put the batters under pressure, work on your fielding. If you're poor as an individual, do extra work. Of course, you're always going to make mistakes. Cricketer's a human. You're going to drop catches, you're going to miss field, but the more practice you put in as a side, better you are as a team as well. Just gets that little bit of swing. He's so difficult to read. I spoke to Laurie Evans in Zimbabwe, and he just said he couldn't pick which ball was coming.
Yeah, it's clever because it looks like it all should be orthodox left arm spin, but it's not. Some of them come out with a little in-swing angle on them. That was the one that goes away as well. Very clever.
Again, look at that. That is in with it. And that's what Laurie Evans said. It just slight changes in his wrist position and at which finger it comes off as well. And you just see just 4 runs from the first 4 deliveries, so pressure on the batters. That one's gone away. Should be the first wicket. Little outswinger. It's brilliant bowling. Thoroughly deserved that. And the Bangla Tigers lose their first.
Hazrat Bilal with the catch, and it is wonderful bowling, as you said, Corky. Just watch this float away from the right-hander. It's such clever bowling. He thinks it's coming in. He thinks the angle's all coming in, but it floats away from him because of the release from Hotak. And that is superb. Bangla Tigers lose their first. It is Luqman Faisal, who has gone 21 for 1.
The Bangla Tigers 21 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Yes, Morris Willett. The whole team there. Yes, once again, all the boys and girls, say yes for Bangla Tigers! 3 and 4 ball swing!
Dasun Chanaka then, hard-hitting all-rounder from Sri Lanka. Brilliant delivery. What an over that is from Hotak. A wicket and just 5 runs from its end of the third. 22 for 1.
A little bit of timing, please.
22 for 1 then, the Bangla Tigers, who were put into bat by the Sam Palmy. First wicket done, Faisal. First look, not at the founder. Seen them two before. Boucher on your right and Sergio Olmuk. First look at seam and swing bowling, Suru Udana, Sri Lanka. Nice looking action, ability to move the ball. And we've seen even with the spinner, a little bit of swing. Hotak with that beautiful over, just 5 runs from it, and the wicket. Chanaka on strike. Cut away, and this will run away to quick outfield here in Abu Dhabi.
They'll know him very well, will Dasun Chanaka. I've seen a lot of Suru Udana. Just slightly back of a length. Finds the gap backward a point.
Yeah, and Hotak just looked like he maybe just pulled up a little bit quick there. So whether that was anything to worry about, because he's going to be a major player, and I can assure you that, having just done the T10 in Zimbabwe, and I say just a couple of months ago, for me he was the bowler of that tournament, because he had just got so many different deliveries. So I hope he's okay, and it was just he pulled up a little bit quick. He's fine. Talk us through these two deliveries, because I just think that they're just perplexing some batters around the world at the moment.
Yeah, well, you look at the releases of the ball prior to the wicket that comes in. So that's a genuine arm ball from a left arm orthodox. Genuine arm ball comes off the first finger. Have a look at that, and then look at this one here. Just goes the other way, so seam completely other way, more in the knuckles a little bit, still comes off the same finger, but it's just a different seam position. One comes in quite sharply, the other one floats away a little slower. And that's the brilliance of it. When you look at the wicket ball, the wicket ball down the line, you watch it comes off that finger, that same finger, but because of the seam position, it floats away from the right-hander. You see it floating away there. He's thinking it's going leg side. He thinks it's all got to go leg side. But it's just brilliant deception, and the pace is a lot slower because it floats out.
Brilliant little look for you all at home to see the differences in the two deliveries. Pulled away leg side, and just to show you, when I was speaking to Laurie Evans, why it is difficult for batters to pick up, because he cannot see anything. The only difference is there's no finger behind the ball, that the ball goes away. The normal arm ball, you see, will come off that big finger, and then the knuckle ball goes away. So look at the seam position on your left, it's going to go in, and look at the seam position on your right, it goes away. It's so clever, and hence why batters cannot pick it up. And hence why I think he's a man to look out for. And I know I say that on the back of what I'm saying in Zimbabwe, where I thought he was the bowler of the tournament. Just think it's just clever. And I'm sure that, remember, this is going around the world. There'll be franchises out there thinking, hang on, he's done it in Zimbabwe, he's come to Abu Dhabi now, and just have a look at this straight away.
Yeah, it's the release off that finger, knuckles, and also the speed of the arm that goes down the side of the ball, which means it floats out.
Just 5 runs from this over from Udana. So excellent again. Slower delivery to finish. Good from the Tigers this. 4 overs done. And the 28 for 1.
Enjoy more of the latest blockbusters on Sky Cinema with If.
What is going on?
Yeah, well, that's a perfectly understandable question given,
All kids need their imaginary friends.
How can I help them?
You can help us find them. You could save all of us.
All you need is a little imagination.
If. Available Friday on Sky Cinema.
I need to just correct myself. It wasn't well done by the Tigers, because the Tigers, I think, are under a bit of pressure here, having only got 28 from the first 4, and these spinners at the moment from the Samp Army really are putting both the batters under pressure. Another man who can create a little bit of mystery as well in Case Ahmed. Highest wicket taker last year in the Abu Dhabi T10. You can just see there with his wickets and economy, and the fact that how big this surface and ground is. It's not easy to hit spinners out of the park.
Well, I've just seen a glimpse of Hotak. Now Case Ahmed into the attack. In the last 3, 4, 5 years, the amount of
too much. Throw in the fact Mohamed Nabi, I know he's obviously is an experienced player, but he's done well in the shorter form of the game. You're right. What they produce and that Hotak, I just think it's brilliant, because it's just a subtle change. Hasn't got to drop his arm or anything like that. It's just finger behind the seam or knuckle behind the seam. and a change in where the seam is pointing. It's just brilliant. You know me as a bowler, when Laurie Evans said we can't pick him, and I looked at him and just said, seriously, just watch the ball, it's easy. Now I'm seeing what we just showed, that split screen, maybe not so easy, coming from another number 9 batter. Now then, what is Atrazulla thinking here? He's got to be thinking, I've got to try and hit now. And I like this from the Sampami, because they're not allowing him to get under the ball here, juicing and producing. We are going to see one of the best on your left hand side of your screen there in Rashid Khan. It doesn't get any better than him. Last ball, and we're coming up to halfway in the Bangla Tigers innings, and they are in control at the moment, the Sampami. Just a single to finish. Well, it should be another excellent over. 6 from it. We're halfway, and the Tigers are 34 for 1.
Yes, with a completion of 5 balls, the Smokers will take 4 wins, with a loss of 1 wicket one. Bangla Tigers. One ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, let's make some noise for Bangla Tigers. Morris Willie. Come on, come on.
Tigers under the pump. Zazai he's gobbled up 16 for 20, 34 for 1, but he is so crucial to the cause here. We've seen glimpses of what he can do with the breeze behind him when he hit that 6 downtown. Tanaka is out there. Mr. Junnett. Yes, Kareem has got a bag of tricks himself, and Niall, you've seen him over the years.
Quicker than you expect. Bustling seamer. Round the wickets to the fellow. Afghanistani. Top edge. Clear it inside the ring. Backtracking. Can you get there? No dive. Imad Wazir. You've got the dive in. You've got the pants to it.
Well, he should have, shouldn't he? There we go. In terms of swatting it through, and Ahmad Wasim. You've got a laundry allowance, Chief.
Got to get him dirty. 6 free items of washing a day. Leg side, slides down, gets away with it. Good cricketer, Karim Jannat. He's a good batter. Powerful hitter. More than useful seamer. We're in some serious trouble here, the Bangla Tigers. Have not got going whatsoever. Looking through the lineup, you're looking for that power. Where's the power coming from in that batting lineup? Seamers did the job in the first game, but spin has been very useful in the second.
Yeah, just looking back to last year, I can understand the sides are a bit tentative. Gone on about the start of the tournament. There's a little bit of grass left on because there's so much cricket being played in this Abu Dhabi T10. So a little bit of nibble early on. Looking at match 2, 103 for 5. Played 94 for 8. So again, chasing it down proved a little challenging early days.
Well, Shanaka 8 from 8. That simply has to improve. Again, back of the length. Not going too full. Not giving the batter the opportunity to get through the line. Have another boundary in 15 balls. Really, in T10, Danny, you're thinking you at least need 1 boundary per over. At least.
And you think about going at 10s, the minimum, and look at it at the moment. with the ball being new and sliding on, yes, it swings a bit, yes, it might cut a bit. And he can't get it away again, Zazai. The wind out of his sails, but yeah, look at it. It's run rate's only 6.5 still.
Well, you would say Hazratullah Zazai, as clean a striker as he is, he's quite one-dimensional. He's a very much a stand and hit kind of batter. So if you've got the change-up, as we just saw there with Karim Janat, well-disguised off-cutter, you know Zazai hasn't got the prowess maybe just to stop the swing momentarily like you see some players do and hold the shot. Again, mistimed down the... Oh no, no, captain. It's the captain. Ronnie, what are you doing? 6 overs done, 42 for 1.
Completing the 6th over. रन बन चुके हैं क्रिकेट के हिसाब में 6 ओवर में बांग्ला टाइगर्स के
Now the skipper, he went for 11s and then he let through that last ball. Naughty Ronnie. Tanaka's not ready. Case Ahmed. So a bit more of that Afghan connection with his wrist work. Well, good start. Nice and full and straight, field set.
Yeah, normally a very, very sound fielder, Rahan Mustafa. This is a poor effort. You'd almost say it's quite lackadaisical. Should have done better. Captain, coach. Yunus Khan. Tell you what, he's a dapper looking coach. Got the suit on.
He's got another function straight after this match. Yunus, good to see you, dear fella. Now bowled, again going full, and so Case Ahmed, he's bowling with a breeze at his back, so the batters are having to head into it. I just noticed it's just picked up a little bit, Niall, this prevailing breeze.
Yeah. Yunus Khan, what a player he was. Yunus Khan, what a batter. Exceptional. Himself and Muhammad Yusuf for many, many years batting in that middle order for Pakistan. Just used to bat for days, it seemed like.
Yes, good luck bowling there, chaps. Pakistan on a couple of shirt fronts. Eyes light up. These two. Hold again.
Take it off!
Oh, good hustle. Came back. Rightly so. So what do we got? 5 off 4. We really do need one to disappear or two out of the ballpark at the end of this over. And you've got the right man on strike. Where's he go here, Zazai? He can't go too hard and clear that front hip. Skipper. Oh, Faf. Good old Faf. He's into the 40s these days. He had his 40th this year, in fact.
Still fit and strong. Playing all around the world still. See him at the CPL, IPL. Leader. Standing batter.
But a very good over in T10. Wow, it's a dot ball. 7 from the 7th, and it's 49 for 1 now. We've had 7 overs, and, going at 7s. Something has to happen, it really does. We've only got 3 overs left, and Zazai just simply has to unleash.
Well, Mohammad Shahzad, Liam Livingston, in the hutch, Shakib Al Hassan, Rashid Khan. There's some power there sitting, waiting to come in. Ifti, that's a lot of six hitting ability on the bench, waiting to come in.
Another dot ball.
10 from 12 now, Shannon. I just wonder, can you, as coach and captain, say, listen, it just hasn't quite worked for you. We've got the names I mentioned waiting to come in. Mohammad Shahzad, I'm surprised he didn't open the batting, Danny. Wonderful player for Afghanistan down the years, opening batting. Powerful.
Yeah, when that T20 World Cup, was it 2016? India, and he just moosed it to all parts. Gets a freebie. And finally another boundary, and they post 50 to the Tigers, but it's taken them 7.2.
I'm just wondering if Karim Janak was going for the Yorker or just gets this wrong, because there's no real need to go that full. There's no need to go near the Yorker. When you bowl back of a length and hitting that hard length, that 6 metre length, it's been difficult. Yeah, I just think he gets it totally wrong. Just slipped out of the hand. It's a freebie for Shanaka.
Up. Oh, wrist work. Here we go. Back-to-back boundaries. Well, he needs to hit another 3 of them in this over, I reckon. Play catch-up.
Yeah, this is a good shot. He got his innings up and running. Shanaka with a lovely square cut off Udara. This is a better shot. He holds the bat really high in the handle. Just uses those hands and the wrist to manipulate the ball in the gap. Excellent.
Janet. Yeah, better. A little cutter into the surface. Didn't quite come on. Died a bit on Chanaka.
Just looking through the bowling options. Imad Wasim has still got an over up his sleeve. Hotak has got an over up his sleeve. Case Ahmed has finished. Rahan Mustafa's got a good Yorker. I'm just wondering, did Mustafa have to go back to the seamer again? Could he have got his spinners back into the game who've been mightily effective so far?
Floating power play. It's going to have to be taken in the next over between 3 and 9. So that'll be on the cards there. And Zazai, who's lost a bit of the strike of late, is going to get a chance here to try and lick this out of the ballpark.
The floating power play is an interesting tactic for all sides. You'd feel it maybe take it as soon as you can, especially if you can get off to a decent start. Just keep going. Punch them out.
You're right, Niall, I'm with you. Some teams love to. And this will go for 4 as well. So much needed. 13 off the 8th. And the Tigers are 62 for 1.
Let's go, Bangla Tigers. 62 for 1 after 8 overs, Bangla Tigers.
Oh, I do love a drone shot. It's a modern era. There is that floating power play. Thank you, Mr. Ranmore Martinez. Just to enlighten everyone at home. This is the floating power. Has to be taken, mandatory, because we're into the 9th. And only 2 chaps outside that 30-metre ring.
Well, they need a big one here. You would think they need something like Ravi Bopara did in match 1. 20. Close to it. Udana into the attack. He's a late entry to the Samp Army side, replacing Will Jacks, who withdrew. Udana came in, so not exactly a like for like, but a good cricketer all the same. Useful with the ball. Mohammad Shahzad, we mentioned. Liam Livingston, who's been in great form, got a wonderful century over in the Caribbean recently. Iftikhar Ahmed, Shakib, even Rashid Khan really can't put bat to ball the back end inning, so it's an interesting options not used. Here we go, floating power play, massive 6 balls in the contest.
Up and over. Yeah, delightful, and goes for the maximum.
Well, he'll know all about him, that is for sure. Shanaka, Udana, out of the beautiful country of Sri Lanka. Guess this wrong, Udana. It's right up in the slot. On this surface, you've got to drag your length a little bit back. Drag it back. Roll your fingers across it or let the surface nip. Lovely hit though from Shanaka.
Yeah, he got it sweet too, because he's actually heading a little bit into the breeze here, back towards the city end. And it's gone up. Gone a long, long way up and way back. Slower ball hasn't worked on this occasion.
Yeah, just 102 Ks. 6 brings up the 50 partnership, and all of a sudden the Tigers are just getting into the groove. It's fairly obvious. Shanaka knows exactly what's coming. He just pumps it long and far.
That's better. Back into the surface, and there's a dot. Absolute diamonds those in this format. The Rafster
just retired a couple of days ago. Got some wonderful praise from his fellow tennis players all around the world. What a player he's been. What a competitor. 22-time Grand Slam winner.
That's a very good delivery. He's just looking for the wide. It's one for the over. Here's that extra one that just fizzes through here on a brand new surface.
Well, there is risk because third is inside the ring. I think that's a good bumper. Blocker Wilson knows all about it.
Yes, he does. He's from that fraternity. Liked a few short ones himself. Big Aussie quick from South Australia. I think it's a fair one. Just went top of the helmet. Good call. And cloths this one for a single. And he bowled a heavy ball.
Bowling the Adelaide Oval, Blocker Wilson, that would not have been easy. Flat pitch at Adelaide.
Hard job. Challenging to say the least. I think he was another foot taller, wasn't he? Ground down at the Adelaide Oval. His knees, everything going. Big fella. Speaking of big fellas, it's Azai. He's got one here. Then he get to face the one delivery in this floating power play. 13 from it. Can he make it 19? Can he get one sweet? Let's change the field with the lefty on strike. Just has a little look around as Zazai at the field. And it's a cracking Yorker. What a great finish from Udana. 13 from the 9th, 75 for 1.
Get sorted for the festive season with EE Broadband. Just $29.99 a month with nothing to pay up front. You'll get our ultra-fast full fiber so they can stream their fave festive songs and game with their mates while you search for the perfect recipe for the in-laws. All powered by BT. And we'll handle the switch for you. It's easier than ever before. No wonder families choose EE. Search EE Broadband deals.
A couple of tall towers for the Bungla Tigers to get that run rate at 8.3s. It was languishing not that long ago at just under 7s, or 6.5, let's say. And now, finally, with that floating power play, a little bit more oomph. Here's the skipper, Mustafa. He's going to get in there.
Yeah, just keep an eye on the speeds because he bowls fast and he bowls Yorkers. But he goes for it. He tried the Yorker, just gave a little bit of whiff, and Shanaka did really well. Don't forget, Shanaka was 8 from 9 at one stage, Danny. He's now 36 off 22.
Well, he does. He's playing catch-up, and he certainly needs to. This over, the last now for the Tigers, has to disappear, courtesy of these two out in the middle. Oh, hello, good stop. Oh, blocker. Interesting.
Yeah, give it a wide. I'm not sure I agree with it because Shanaka goes a long way over to the offside. I'm just thinking from a normal standing position, I reckon that's hitting him in the pad. That's a harsh call for me.
From the bowler fraternity and the keeping fraternity. Low, sixer! Shanaka's got enough of this one.
It's turning into a gem of an innings, really. It was go slow at the start, but I tell you what, he's caught up beautifully now. Striking 182. 86 for one with 4 balls left. This is very good.
Yeah, again, I just think being greedy here. There's a couple, maybe more.
Just mentioned Phil Salt's captaincy in the first game. I thought he uses bowlers spot on. Didn't bowlers risk for it? I think Mustafa in this game. A couple of bowlers. Imad Wasim's only going to bowl 1 over. Well, that's clubbed. There is a man in the deep, and all he could do is look over the shoulder. 50 up from 25 balls. Brilliant from the Sri Lankan all-rounder. He is giving Bangla Tigers a great platform now.
They do go on about the two lowest forms of the game in terms of T10 and T20, and that strike rate. Bang on 200. 4 fours and 4 maximums. Up again. Fetch this. He has smoked it, and the 100 up with a ball to go 25 off this over, humming along nicely, the Sri Lankan.
Brilliant from Shanaka. It's not very good from Rahan Mustafa. In fact, it's actually very poor. Poor use of his bowlers and execution not good.
Oh, please. More cabin crew on that. It's gone all the way. Shanaka finishes with 62 from 27. The last 3 overs went for 56. He ends up striking at 57, beg your pardon. 229 is strike rate.
Well, what a great finish. Brilliant from the Bangla Tigers, who were just limping along. I think that picture tells a whole story, because the first half of his innings, he just couldn't get going, Dasu Shanaka. And then all of a sudden, just plundering the ball to all parts. 52 runs from Shanaka's last 15 balls. That is sublime ball striking. 6 big ones over the ropes, and Bangla Tigers have got a cracking score. Zazai, well, he just watched in admiration for the last 4 or 5 minutes. He ended 35 not out in 26. All about Dasu Shanaka, 62 from 27. Partnership of 85. And Bangla Tigers looked like maybe they might get 75 or 80. Ended up with 106 for 1.
Yeah, good fight back, no doubt. And the bowlers, well, the skipper there, Mustafa. Wow. Decided to bowl himself in the last over that disappeared for 31. 3 sixes at the end, but 4 sixes in total in that final 10th over. He goes for 21s. And you look at that. Udana, 19. His last one was expensive. Junnit, he too, his last one went a little bit. So the only successful bowler, Patak. A nice little knuckleball. Look at that. The Burj Khalifa right at the end for the Bangla Tigers. 10 overs, 4 extras. 106 for 1. Shanaka carving it rather sweetly. And when I think about this innings, Niall O'Brien, just say it was slow to get going.
Yeah, but when you've got the ability and the power that Shanaka has, you then give yourself the confidence to know that you can catch up. It's not easy when you're 8 from 8 and 8 from 9 because you're feeling the pinch, but this is wonderful ball striking ability. Long levers, wonderful shot to finish off the innings. 6 over extra cover, 62 from 27, and appreciated from his teammates, and why wouldn't he be? Zazai 35 from 26. That's your Shanika, 62 from 27. It's match 2. The Bangla Tigers have got 106 for 1. Can they defend it? The chase coming up in a couple of moments.
यूनिस खान जो कोच है बांग्ला टाइगर्स के वो है हमारे साथ। यूनिस, सबसे पहले तो आप बहुत स्मार्ट लग रहे हैं, बताइए आपका कैसा एक्सपीरियंस चल रहा है T10 में कोच करने का?
अमेजिंग है, मेरा फर्स्ट टाइम है T10 लीग में बांग्ला टाइगर के लिए कोच करना। अमेजिंग है, बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत मैं ये कह सकता हूँ कि लेस प्रेशर है हमारे डगआउट में, और जो प्लेयर्स हैं वो ऑलमोस्ट मेरे साथ कुछ खेले हुए हैं और कुछ मेरे अंडर खेले हुए हैं, तो बहुत इजी है, बहुत ज़बरदस्त रहा, स्कोर ऑन द बोर्ड है। आई होप कि हम अच्छा फिनिश करें।
हजरतुल्लाह जज़ाई और दासुन का जो पार्टनरशिप रहा है आज, उसके बारे में आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
अमेजिंग है। देखिए, बाज़-औक़ात ये होता है कि हम समझते हैं कि शायद बहुत ज़्यादा हिट ही इस क्रिकेट की में होना चाहिए, लेकिन जिस तरह जज़ाई खेले हैं और फिर जिस तरह दासुन ने उनको चिप इन किया है, अमेजिंग। और ये पार्टनरशिप्स ही हैं, अगर आपकी पार्टनरशिप्स हों, चाहे बाज़-औक़ात एक पेयर जो है, पेयर में एक पर्सन जो है वो रन बॉल खेलते हैं और दूसरा जो है वो डोमिनेट करते हैं, तो आई होप कि इंशाल्लाह ये हमारे फेवर में रहे और थिंग्स हमारे साइड ही रहें।
आपके सूट के बारे में बताइए जरा, सबको यहाँ पे बहुत दिलचस्पी हो रही है उसके बारे में जानने में।
बिल्कुल, ये एक नया आइडिया है, हम कुछ चेंज करना चाह रहे हैं, बॉसेस कुछ चेंज करना चाह रहे हैं, और जो ये आइडिया है वो यासीन भाई का है, उन्होंने मुझे मोटिवेट किया और मुझे थोड़ा सा ऑकवर्ड भी लगा कि पता नहीं क्या हो, लेकिन अच्छा है, चेंज होना चाहिए, क्योंकि देखें ये जो फॉर्मेट है T10 का अमेजिंग है, अबू धाबी के लिए बहुत जबरदस्त है, क्रिकेटर्स के लिए बहुत जबरदस्त है, कुछ सीनियर क्रिकेटर्स के लिए बहुत जरूरी है, और खासतौर पर जब जूनियर्स होते हैं, हमारे पास भी इस तरह के जूनियर्स हैं। आई होप कि ये क्रिकेट इसी तरह चमकती रहे, चेंज होते रहे, और ये सूट का बस यही एक आइडिया था कि थोड़ा सा चेंज लुक लगे और जरा डिफरेंट लगे।
काफी सही आइडिया रहा है आप सबका, बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है ये। आई थिंक काफी लोगों को ये अडॉप्ट कर ही लेना चाहिए अब। बट आप बताइए कि जो स्कोर बनाया 106 का आज पहले दिन पे बांग्ला टाइगर्स के लिए, आप खुश है उससे?
बिल्कुल, जितना भी रन्स हो ऑन बोर्ड अच्छा होता है। एक टाइम पे ऐसा लग रहा है शायद हम कहीं 80 आउट पे रन्स पे हम फिनिश करेंगे, लेकिन जिस तरह देखें दो सीनियर्स प्लेयर तो जाजाई और उसके बाद दासुन ने जिस तरह बैटिंग की, फिनिशिंग में फिनिश बड़ा अच्छा किया। देखिए, बाज़ औक़ात होता है कि आपके पास अगर स्टार्ट अच्छा ना हो, फिनिश अच्छी हो, तो मेरे ख्याल से अच्छा है, और जिस तरह रन्स ऑन द बोर्ड है, लेकिन इसके लिए उसको डिफेंड करने के लिए भी बहुत सारी एफर्ट जरूरत है, और पहला गेम है तो बहुत सारी नर्वसनेस होती हैं, आपकी थिंग्स अगर आपकी तरफ हो जाए तो क्या ही अच्छा है, और मोमेंटम अगर आपकी तरफ रहे, कोशिश ये कि मोमेंटम हमारी तरफ रहे और हम अच्छा फिनिश कर सकें।
थैंक यू यूनिस, थैंक यू आपके टाइम के लिए, एंड ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट बांग्ला टाइगर्स को।
थैंक यू, थैंक यू।
The legend that is Yunus Khan, looking very dapper indeed. Very excited to be here, first time. Rightio, Sampami versus the Tigers. Don't go anywhere, we'll have the reply very shortly on the other side.
Seconds. That's the difference between life and death. I've seen it firsthand in Gaza, in Syria, in Sudan. As conflicts continue to spread across the world, it's crucial we can act fast. As an MSF doctor, I may need to stop life-threatening bleeding, treat gunshot wounds, or care for blast victims, all in a matter of seconds. That's the difference between life and death. We don't waste any time in Gaza. We're working in Syria, more conflict zones than you may be aware of. Giving everything as conflicts continue to spread across the world. Just £30 will keep our life-saving work going. As an MSF doctor, I may need to stop life-threatening bleeding because treat gunshot wounds, every second counts. You can buy us vital time. That's the difference between MSF Sans Frontières or call 0800 200 treble 2. We're working in more conflict zones than you may be aware of. That's 0800 200 treble 2. Thank you.
আচ্ছা, আপনার মনের মধ্যে কি কখনো এরকম
We are the people's game. Players that come from the same working class areas that I came from can achieve their dreams and change their lives.
It's down to your mental strength.
You're in your role. I have to leave this sport with a world title. That makes me more hungry.
That dart was worth £400,000.
I always knew the darts was going to be big. It's something a bit special.
treat and gem of a Premier League football match.
Said it's going to be fun, and it's just begun.
Go out there and just believe in ourselves.
The thread they have in every single moment is incredible.
Can you truly believe this?
An entertaining game, that's an understatement, isn't it?
Yeah, it's football.
A fixture to expect it all. City Spurs.
A game of madness, really.
On Sky Sports.
Enjoy more of the latest blockbusters on Sky Cinema with If.
What is going on?
Yeah, well, that's a perfectly understandable question given,
All kids need their imaginary friends.
How can I help them?
You can help us find them. You could save all of us.
All you need is a little imagination.
If. Available Friday on Sky Cinema. Enjoy more of the latest blockbusters on Sky Cinema with Dune Part 2.
This world is beyond cruelty. You've been fighting the Harkonnens for decades. Let me fight beside you. That's all I'm asking.
The way they look at you, they worship you now.
All my visions lead to horror.
Because you lose control.
Because I gain it.
Dune Part 2. Available now on Sky Cinema.
Match 2 here from the Zayed Cricket Stadium, Abu Dhabi. It's Samp Army versus the Bangla Tigers. Excellent from the Bangla Tigers with the bat in the first innings. Played superbly well. Zazai was watchful but played a good hand in the end, 35 from 26, but it was all about Shanaka, 62 from 27. He was 8 from 8 at one stage and then played brilliantly. 6 sixes, got us side to a very imposing score, 106 for 1. Dominic Cork alongside me, it was a little bit slow and steady to start off, but after they got going,